This is part 2 of 7.4, adding and subtracting polynomials. Now we are going to work on subtraction. So just like addition, we have our polynomial 1, polynomial 2, but notice in between we have a subtraction sign instead of addition. You notice where this first polynomial ends and begins with these parentheses, minus, and then this polynomial begins with this set of parentheses. So first, just like with addition, you need to line up all of your similar terms. So you put your 5x squared minus 2x and your plus 3. And you line that up with your 6x squared minus 3x and plus 5. Now the difference is that you need to write a subtraction sign instead of an addition sign because we're subtracting these two. In order to subtract, we need to change our subtraction sign to an addition sign. But when we change our subtraction sign to an addition sign, we need to change every single sign in the second polynomial. Don't change any in the first, only in the second. So we change our subtraction problem to an addition problem by adding the opposite of every term. So notice we changed our positive 6x squared to a negative 6x squared. We copied down our first polynomial exactly how it was. That one didn't change. But for our second polynomial, we're changing the signs of the terms. So a 6x squared changes to a negative, a minus 3x changes to a plus, and a plus 5 changes to a minus 5. And then you add them just like we did with adding polynomials. So 5x squared plus a negative 6x squared would be a negative x squared. Then we have our negative 2x plus our positive 3x would give you plus x. And last, we have our plus 3 plus our negative 5 would give you a negative 2. So negative x squared plus x minus 2 would give you your answer to this subtraction problem. And just like with addition, we need to focus on combining only like terms, which means that we're going to have to start adding in zeros for some placeholders. So we start with equation 1 minus equation 2. Polynomial 1 minus polynomial 2. And remember, it's a subtraction problem because there's a subtraction sign in between these two sets of parentheses. So that means polynomial 1 minus. So just like addition and just like our last problem, you need to line up your similar terms. So let's rewrite our polynomial 1 above polynomial 2 and make sure that all of our like terms are above each other. So can we add c to the 5th and c to the 4th? No, these are not like terms. C squared and c squared, yep, these are okay. Minus 8c and a plus c, yep, these are okay. And here we're missing something to add on to our negative 11. So we need to rewrite this subtraction problem using zeros, just like last time. So we start by recopying it. 4c to the 5th plus, and we don't have any c to the 4ths, so we have to add a 0c to the 4th. Plus 5c squared minus 8c, and we don't have a constant term at the end, so we need to add a 0 for a placeholder. And then when we write the second polynomial, we don't have any c to the 5ths in our second polynomial, so we have to add 0. Plus 10c to the 4th, these match. Minus 4c squared, yep, these are like terms. Plus c, these are like terms. And minus 11, these are like terms. So now that we have all of our like terms lined up, we need to change our subtraction problem to an addition problem by changing the signs of every term in the second polynomial. So we rewrite our entire first polynomial, we just recopy it down, but we change our subtraction sign to an addition sign. And then we change the charge on every single term. So our positive 10c to the fourth changes to a negative, our negative 4c squared changes to a positive, plus changes to a minus, and a minus changes to a plus. And then you add going straight down. So 4c to the fifth plus 0 would be 4c to the fifth. 0c to the fourth plus, and remember your charge, 0 plus a negative 10c to the fourth would be minus 10c to the fourth, plus 5c squared plus a positive 4c squared would give you 9. Negative 8 plus a negative c, remember your charge, would give you minus 9. Negative 8 plus a negative 1 would be minus 9. And then a 0 plus 11 would be plus 11. So this would be your final answer for this original subtraction problem. And that's it for part 2 of section 7-4, adding and subtracting polynomials.